Hello, everybody. You are watching Zazie K Creations, and my name is Keisha. And on my channel, I am sharing with you my sewing journey. So today, I don't have a whole lot of time to commit to my sewing because my husband and I have a late afternoon, early dinner party to attend. But I did want to come on just to share with you all the progress that I'm making on my Make 5, my first make of my Make 5 for this year. All right, so I am working on Simplicity 8982, and I'm working on this two-piece knit sweater skirt and top set, and I'm working on view C and view D. So that would be the mustard color views that you see here. So I will tell you that I am actually finished making the skirt. I'm done making the skirt. I did the skirt already. And let me show you all what that looks like. So here is the skirt. It's finished, it's hung up, and it's waiting for its partner to join. I will tell you, I'm not all that infused with that hemline. I realized after I finished the pattern that the pattern actually called for a wider hemline, and as you can see, I've got some waving going on here. So I was thinking about just folding this up again and trying to do it over, but I opted not to. I'm just going to leave it as is because once I put it on, you don't really notice the waving of the hemline as much. But you know, us people that sew, we can kind of see those little imperfections and things like that. But for the natural eye, for those that aren't really into sewing, they may not really notice that as much. But because when I try it on again, it doesn't look to be as bad as I think it looks. So I'm going to leave it the way it is, and I'm going to rock this skirt, right? Because I like it, I made it, and I love the color. This was a Joann fabric I purchased when they were going out of business a couple weeks ago, the one that's located near me. I got this really purple, nice stretch velvet that I'm using to work on this particular make. So the only thing that bothers me about the finished look is just the hemline. And again, if you look at the pattern piece here, you can kind of see that it does have a wider hem. You might not be able to see it as well because of the camera, but it's a wider hem on here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it as is. A few things when I made that skirt. For one, I made it too big. It was really, really big. I did cut the size that I thought I measured, which was the 22, but when I tried number 22 on, I realized that I probably really should have gone down to probably like an 18 because it was like swimming on me. Like it was bad. It was really bad. So I don't know if I know I measured properly. I don't know if maybe the fabric stretched with me, you know, cutting it. I don't know why it fits so big, but it was definitely big. And for that reason, I'm glad that I did not cut out the top just yet. It seems that over the last few weeks since the start of the year, I noticed a lot of people talking about focusing on fit this year, making sure that their garments are fitting them properly, not just making a garment and letting the garment wear them, but you wear the garment. And I'm glad that I was able to like hear these things early part of the year because it kind of made me take a little bit of a pause and think about my experience with that skirt and why it was in fact so big, and really think about fit and making sure that I am, you know, taking better account for the body measurements in comparison to the finished garment measurements. So for that reason, although I cut a 22 in all the pattern pieces, I think for the top, I'm definitely going to go down. I'm thinking maybe to a 20. I'm a little bit nervous about cutting down to an 18 because I don't want it to be too small. At least if I go down to the 20, if it still is a bit big, I can still do some fitting and make it, you know, I can size it down to how I need it to fit me. And because there are so many pattern pieces, not so many pattern pieces. So when I work on the top actually has 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 pattern pieces for the top. So I am actually going to do a tissue fitting sort of to see if I think I need to size down on certain pieces and then which pieces I need to size down on. I did do a little bit of that already, but I didn't do everything. So I took my measurements again today and I did a quick and dirty tissue fitting for the front and the sleeve. And it looks like I should probably go down to the 20 on the front and back pieces. The sleeve, I'm thinking about also a 20, although I'm not sure because when I look at the fit of this, it looks a little baggy. If you look at how that fits on her arm, you can see there's quite a bit of room there. So I don't know if I should keep it at a 22 or if I should go down to the 20. I'm just a little bit nervous about the sleeve right now. I do think I need to also lengthen the sleeve some because when I did the tissue fitting, the sleeve looked to be a little bit short. Although I know I need to add the band as well. Now the band, I do know I definitely need to go down much smaller than the 22 because the band is supposed to fit snug around my wrist. And when I did a tissue fitting, it was really fitting quite snug, like around the size 16, 14, 16. So I really need to think about these sizes on these pattern pieces before I go any further. And really just like pray that I can get the right fit, the right sizes for each of the pattern pieces. And I kind of do like the fact that because there are so many different pieces on here that I can actually do like a fitting for each one. But I do also know that I will likely need to do quite a bit of easing based on what size I may have to cut for the front and back versus what I need to cut in terms of the sleeve itself and maybe even for the band. So once I start to fluctuate in the different sizes, it might require me to do a lot more grading or a lot more easing for the pattern. So I am confident that I will get this done. I don't think my Make 9 is due until like weeks from now, so I don't think it's going to take me much to get this done. It's just me trying to not get stuck in analysis paralysis, right? I told you guys I do a lot of overthinking sometimes and I don't want to get stuck there. I want to just like do the tissue fitting, figure it out and go for it so that I can say I tried it, it worked out great, or I tried it and it was a challenge. I don't want to say fail, but it was a challenge. So yeah, that's what I think I will be working on. Likely once I come back in this evening, I'll have some time to really be focused on, you know, the fitting, selecting the proper sizing for it, cutting it out, cutting my pattern pieces out, and maybe getting started with some of the construction tonight. All right, so let me also tell you guys about this thread. So I told you that I purchased this thread again when I was in Joann's and they were doing their going out of business sale. And this thread was like the perfect color for my skirt, for my velvet, my stretch velvet. And I loved it because it felt really like silky and it felt, you know, luxurious. It just felt really, really great. Well, this particular fabric, though I am still going to use it, it does give me quite a bit of issue in my machine. Sometimes I lose the top thread. There's that sneeze again. Sorry, guys. So I was telling you all that I keep losing my top thread as I'm sewing this garment. So I have to make sure that I give myself lots of tail so that I don't continue to keep losing my top thread as I'm sewing, which can be a pain because I have to then rethread it and it's just, you know, a nuisance. But yeah, I again, I do like it. I do like it. It's the sulky It says sulky rayon 40. Um, it does say needle 75-80. So I'm not really sure if that means I should only use that kind of needle. I guess it does, right? It's telling me needle 75 through 80. So that might mean I need to just make sure I use needles that are that size. But it does say that it's for sewing, embroidery, quilting, and overlocking. So for some reason, I just keep losing it in my needle. So I don't know. But yeah, I will tell you guys that I really, really do enjoy sewing with velvet. I love velvet. I have been like, if you guys know, I've done 2 tops in a velvet since I've started sewing. And I actually like it. I feel like velvet is just like a really, it's a rich fabric. It is smooth. It's just something about it. I'm just in a velvet phase right now. And so much so, I went to Hobby Lobby and found some more velvet that I'm hoping I can get to before the seasons change. But and I'll share that with you guys in a separate video, some things I picked up from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, my plans are to continue on with this top, and prayerfully within like the next week or so I can get this done, so that I can then concentrate on something else I would like to make outside of my make 5 for the year. And yeah, what are you guys working on? How are you feeling? We are started off the year, and I know you got some great plans going. What are you working on? Share it below. And I want to thank you for watching my video. And until we come together again, take care and God bless.